Hello and welcome to.
Hello and welcome to.
Oh snap! I got feedback. Hold on. I always forget about that part, guys. Hello and welcome to the Blind Tiger Improv virtual online set. I'm glad that I got that visual audio feedback so that now I know the sound is working. That's really an important part of this whole endeavor. If we can't be heard, really kind of makes this whole thing a very odd experience indeed. It already is. We don't need to make it odder. Anyway, um, we are going to improvise for you. All we're going to do is do a set all based off of one suggestion. So we'll be getting a word from you, the audience, in just a few seconds here. If you're just tuning in, you will see to the side, that's the comment box. That's where you can type your comments, type your audience suggestions. We'll read them, we'll see them, and that's what'll be uh, inspiring our improv today. It's not just us improvising. A little bit later at 7:30, you'll see a set from First Drafts. They'll be doing some short improv games. I'm very excited to see what they have going on. But we're going to do a little bit of a longer set. Let me check and see if there's anyone currently watching. And you will be our person who will give us an audience suggestion. If you are here right now, type in the message box a little bit of a hello and let us know that you are definitely watching. And we'll see if anyone types that. Hi, yes, we got one. Hello, Kruby on Twitch. Nice to meet you. Is that Kruby or K Ruby? It doesn't matter. We've got a beautiful, wonderful human being here. K Ruby is the one person. They are fast on the responses, so I think they're going to be our fantastic audience suggester tonight. K Ruby. Oh, we got another one. Actress for Hire. Sup? Nice to see you. Okay, K Ruby, you got some competition here. One of you has to give us an audience suggestion. I'm going to pick which one that I just kind of like better. It's going to be a noun. I want you to think of a noun, a person, place, or a thing. And right now, type that noun into the comment box. That noun is going to be our suggestion. Ooh, K Ruby just suggested future as our suggestion. So our suggestion for tonight's improv set, the next half hour, is future.
Um, on your online profile, it said that you were really into time travel movies. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like one of my most favorite things ever is time travel movies. I just really like going places that I haven't been and maybe can't go, you know?
Yeah, no, it's always a fun concept. Yeah, I'll have a refill. Thank you. It's always a fun concept in a film, and like the Back to the Future movies are really great. I even like like that Stallone Wesley Snipes one, Demolition Man. I think that has time travel. All that stuff.
I don't really know what those ones are, but I'm super into like Spy Kids and like The Incredibles, those kind of futuristic movies. Those are really highly rated. If you haven't seen them, you definitely should.
No, I mean I've seen both of those films. I don't think they're about time travel though. Like not to be nitpicky or anything like that. But like Back to the Future is clearly about time travel.
Okay, well maybe like I'll check that one out. Is it streaming on demand? Is that like a newer movie?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but there's a lot of time travel movies that one could recommend. I really like. I guess you could. What are some other ones? Well, I mean, I think there's even a movie called The Time Traveler. I mean, like, what are some other time travel movies that you like?
I'm really into like The Jungle Book, and Shrek is also a really, really good one. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about this like green monster from the future. It gets me every time.
I've seen those movies. I'm not quite sure you're understanding those movies though. Like they don't involve time travel like in the least. In fact, I think Shrek is just like a fairy tale send up, and the jungle.
Okay, but like, have you ever seen a green monster in your daily life? Have you?
Oh, okay. I'm not sure you understand what what the term or idea of time travel really is. I mean, like, what are some? Just name a few more time travel movies that you like.
Okay, like you're putting me on the spot here, but I have a long list of favorites. I'm also really into that Lilo and Stitch movie. Like, oh my God, it's a little gremlin-looking thing. We have never seen that on our planet before, and maybe one day we will. I don't even know.
I think you're just confusing time travel for just general fantasy.
I mean, that's your opinion, but I think that I am correct in saying that I've never seen a little alien guy on our Earth before.
Tagging out Jonathan.
Yeah.
So, Stacy, thank you so much for your application to be our theater critic here.
My pleasure.
You know, what no one understands about local newspapers is that we really are champions of local culture. So can you tell us some of the recent plays that you've gone to see and what your thoughts were?
Yes, certainly. I would love to. I don't know if you've ever heard of Beauty and the Beast. It's kind of a bit like new agey, if you ask me. But it's a really classic love story between a beautiful woman and this like hunk of a man. And in the end, obviously, I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's a love story. Let's just say that, okay?
Great. And you saw that at one of our local playhouses?
I did, yes. It was put on by the elementary school. What was it called? The Beacon Elementary School, I believe.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what other
outstanding performances? What other local ones?
Tagging out Stacy. Hey Jen, so I read some of the reviews by the the new critic that you hired. They were a little bit off. Like I read her review of Uncle Vanya by Chekhov, and she said that it was a wonderful, fabulous time traveling movie, which it very much is not.
I know. I had the same thought when I read her review of Death of a Salesman.
Yeah.
I didn't remember any part about time travel or green men.
No. Yeah. So, like sometimes her insights can be good about like a scene or two, maybe entertaining or being moving, but her general, broad assessments that things like, say, Phantom of the Opera is a fantastic time traveling movie where the Phantom must travel back to the future.
Excuse me. I heard you're hiring for a job. I saw the post on the door outside, and my parole officer's waiting for me, and I really need to get a job, otherwise I'm getting sent back to the slammer. So
You're hired.
Thank you.
Scene edit. I wanted to what?
What?
I was gonna. I want to talk to you about what you plan on doing after graduation.
Okay, good, because that's exactly what I was coming to talk to you about, and I really don't know, Dad. I really, really don't know, and it's kind of like driving me crazy.
Okay. Well, let's break it down. You've gotten yourself an arts degree.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I can paint.
Yeah.
On walls.
Okay, good start.
On rocks. Even paper. I mean, the materials I could use are endless.
Okay.
But the market for it, I just need your help. I mean, your marketing expertise, Dad. I need your help in knowing where I should sell these things.
No, I've been pretty supportive as a father for a few too many years now, if you ask me. When you said you wanted to paint in high school, I didn't bat an eye. When you said you wanted to go to art school, I said sure. I wrote a check. And now you're back here living at home again, and you don't know what you want to do, and you're all freaking out and asking me to help you even more. And to be honest, I'm done. I'm done helping you. That's the end of the line. I've done enough as I can.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that you helped pay for my college, but...
Good. Well, good. Glad we could close the book on this one. We can just move on with our lives. You can just move out tomorrow, and we can just go to the next chapter, whatever that is, whatever next comes, whatever
Dad,
may be. What?
You're really gonna throw me out on the street when I'm pouring out my heart to you about how I don't know what I'm gonna do next.
I wouldn't call it throwing out. I'm calling it ending support. I'm done. I've done my job. You're 18. It's time for you to do your own thing.
Tagging out Stacy. Dad,
Oh, yeah?
I just can't decide what to make my diorama for my 6th grade culmination project out of. Like I
You know
can't
what?
figure out.
I think I've done enough. I've done enough already. I bought you the shoes that you took the shoes out of to use the shoe box to make your diorama in. I think I've done enough. It's time for you to get out of here.
You mean leave the living room?
Definitely leave the living room, and I think really just get out of here. Really, I've done enough as I can as a father. Really, I think I've done more than enough as a father, to be honest.
You want me to leave the house? You want me to move out on my own? I'm only in 6th grade.
You know what? If you go back a couple decades, 6th graders moving out was what happened. So you know what? Sometimes it was 5th graders, and they didn't even become 6th graders. They just moved out and they stopped going to school. So if you ask me, you got it easy.
I don't
Hey,
want.
now, Jonathan. Oh, honey, she's beautiful. I can't believe we made her.
No, I've done enough. I put my sperm in your egg.
All right, I'm so glad we got together for this romantic dinner. I'm glad we have this time to talk about our future.
I am too, sweetheart. I am too. Yeah, I love these sorts of dinners. They're so nice just to sit across from you, see that pretty face.
So, I mean, where do you see us going?
You mean like in our future, like the next 6 months or something like that?
No, I'm talking about the next 300 years. Humans have never lived longer.
You mean this is like an existential question, like what's going to happen to human race and society? Well, I mean, global climate change is going to be a problem. Like the air is going to be harder to breathe. That might lead to like mass migrations and real like unsettled civilizations and everything. Also, maybe you and I should find an apartment at this point and live together. So that's kind of how I see the next 300 years.
That's great, but I'm really glad you're into that and you're into commitment, because I was hoping that we could sign up for the Mars SpaceX journey. I just think that the next step for us is being cryogenically frozen for a few months while we go colonize a new planet.
Wow. Oh, okay. That's where you're going with this. That's pretty far, pretty fast. It's been a great.
Too fast, gosh! I had this great feeling about us, and I thought we were really solid, and I thought that it wouldn't be a big deal if I sent in our applications in your last physical.
Wait, you already did those things?
I know, and we got accepted. Isn't that great news, honey?
Wait, I don't know anything about this.
The rocket leaves tomorrow. Say you'll do this with me.
What? This is way too. Hold on. One, you accessed my medical records somehow.
I know. HIPAA's just this kind of like loose thing that most doctors don't care about.
What? No, they do care about. Like the only thing you could have done is like broken into, I don't know, my doctor's practice or something like that. So there's that violation of my privacy. And yes,
it was actually so super easy. They didn't even lock the file cabinets. It was ridiculous. Elon Musk wants us to go now.
Okay.
Is that you? When did they let you out?
Oh, I mean, they don't even lock the doors of this psych ward. So I've just been walking around all the time.
Honey, no, you're supposed to be back there. You're not supposed to be out.
Oh, no, it's no big deal. It's a really loose kind of you go in, you go out.
Wait, I'm sorry. So
outpatient kind of deal.
Excuse me. What is your name? You just walked up to our dinner table. Sorry, you know my girlfriend. We've been together for 4 months, and it's been great. And she's springing something heavy on me right now. And now
we're gonna go in.
I'm a counselor at her psych ward, and she actually escaped out of there by pretending to be one of our nurses, and she is not supposed to be here. So, honey, we have to take you back.
Okay, but I just really need to go to the rocket ship tomorrow with my boyfriend, okay?
Flash forward to the rocket ship with the boyfriend.
I don't know why.
So glad you're taking this giant leap with me. I knew we were ready.
Honestly, I'm not sure how you convinced me after that batshit crazy dinner where, one, you revealed to me that you were going ahead and, like, sending me onto the fucking Mars spaceship, and also, massively coincidentally, your psych ward former supervisor came and identified you as crazy. How much did I drink that night? Did you, like, slip something into I'm halfway to Mars. You know, like, my mother was sick. I needed to care for her.
It's actually so super easy to get Rohypnol, and then once you go to sleep, I just...
Edit. All right, different versions of me from other points in the timeline. Can we have a bit of a meeting here?
Sure.
All right, different points of me from different parts in my timeline. Can we have a meeting from here? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm you just 8 seconds prior.
Yeah,
I
no,
got that.
I know which one you are. I'm sorry, which one are you again?
Are me?
Yeah.
What are you again?
Which one are you again?
No, I think I'm the original, and you're all from different points in I guess our timeline, but I'm the first one, right? I guess technically, although maybe the other guy is the first one because he's 8 seconds before me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm Michael from 3 months from now. I know how all this is going to end, and I'm bored already.
Okay. So good. I'm glad that we're all here because, yeah, I do have a few things that I'm just trying to figure out what to do, like, in general.
Yeah, if we could backtrack a little bit to
Sure.
about 2 years ago when you made a really poor decision.
Are you the one
that-
from 2 years ago?
Yes. Sorry, I didn't say that earlier, but I
Okay.
thought that you were
That's
actually
where it all
talking
went
to the other
wrong.
guy.
Okay. All right. Good. So what happened 2 years ago that was
2 years ago.
Right.
If you recall, you made a very poor decision that put you on the track where you are now. Do
I
you
think-
remember?
Let me tell you, buddy, it doesn't get better.
It doesn't get better. You see, what happened was you met this person on the subway, right?
Yeah, Karen.
And you thought that that person looks like somebody that you should marry. And it turns out that was a very bad idea. Because look at your life now.
I mean, I have a house. I have.
It's all short-lived.
Yeah. The
wh-
future's
In a week,
not
you're going to
looking
be in the gutter.
What's gonna? 3 months from now, what's gonna happen?
It's probably better if you don't know all of the gory details. They'll just crush your psyche like a soda can under your foot.
I think I'd like to know what the details are. I think it seems like that's probably a very important thing for me to know.
Have you made any stupid investments lately?
I'm sorry. Just 8 seconds ago, me is totally messing up my ability to try and listen to all of you. I'm sorry. What were you saying about investments?
Stupid investments. You make any lately?
I mean, I invested in 3M. I didn't think that was a stupid one. I think that's a growth stock, isn't it? What do you mean no? 2 years ago, me. If you're from 2 years ago, shouldn't I know already that was a bad? Hold on.
Yes, and honestly, it surprises me that you have not figured that out by now.
Did I forget? I guess I must have forgotten. How did I forget? I don't even know. Listen, me from 5 years from now. What do you have anything to say?
Oh, me?
Yeah, yes, you.
Oh, I'm just listening. I'm so fascinated by you guys. I see a lot of good things coming. I mean, I have these special abilities.
When do I get special abilities? Hold on. I get special abilities sometime in between now and 5 years from now?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
pretty sweet. What are these? I mean, aside from gathering other versions of myself from the timeline, what are these special abilities?
I can see things.
If I may,
Yeah.
from 5 years ago,
Yeah.
2 years ago, you're 5 years in the future.
Okay.
If I may, you can see things or he will have the ability to see things.
He will have ability to see.
Okay. So then this brings us back to the poor decisions you made 2 years ago with your investments and your marriage. So perhaps
I got married.
5 years in the future, you will make better choices. It's what we hope for you, at least.
All right. Well, I was just going to ask what I should have for dinner tonight. I don't really think I've settled. I've not settled that.
Pizza.
Okay, great. Thanks, everybody. All right.
Only because I'm tired of doing that. Let's see. It was a long day at work, honey. Can we just order like pizza or just some sort of takeout? I am so beat. It was a long, long day at the Department of Water and Justice.
Pizza is so beyond.
So beyond. Listen, sweetheart, I work at a weird department. Ever since the government combined the Department of Water and the Department of Justice, I've just had such a weird and heavy workload. I need a little bit more just, certainty from you. When, can we just do pizza or maybe Chinese or sushi or something like that?
I think we should break up.
Whoa, that came out of nowhere.
I mean, I just feel like our taste in food is so different. Don't you know what I mean? It's just so different. I just don't feel like we're compatible in that way.
All right, hold on. Let's pause for just a second. If you have problems with our relationship, that's fine. Let's get it out. Let's talk about it. I thought things were going great, and food disagreements aren't that big a deal. I don't think that breaks up a good relationship that's going somewhere. Is it me? Do I annoy you in some way? Is living with me a pain?
You're just kind of the word basic.
Basic. Okay. I'm not really sure what that means. Basic is in I have a job at a weird government institution. That.
More very vanilla.
Well, yeah. All right. Fine. I'm a plain Caucasian male with I don't know, who likes baseball, and that's about it. And,
exactly my point.
Check out Trudy. So, Jonathan, can you come into my office? I want to talk to you for a second.
Sure thing. Yeah, absolutely.
You've been doing a real good job here at the Department of Water and Justice, but I think I should fire you.
Wait, what? Why? I've been doing a good. You just said I've been doing a great job.
Yeah, but you're just kind of, you're basic.
You're the second person who said that to me. I don't really quite understand what it means. I feel like I'm a pretty inoffensive guy. I don't ruffle any feathers. I'm polite. If someone gives me a task, I finish it. Is that basic?
That's the definition. You're basic.
And that's grounds for firing? I really need this job.
See, the thing is, I'm extra, okay? And when I'm extra and you're basic, that's like oil and water, okay? It just does not mix.
Tagging out Michael. So, Jonathan, you've passed, you've moved on. This is the eternal judgment. You did, some okay work in your life at the Department of Water and Justice, but I just gotta say, I don't think you're gonna make the cut to get in past these pearly gates.
Wait, I'm sorry, why? St. Peter, I wasn't a bad person. I didn't murder anybody, I didn't steal anything, and...
Exactly. The people in here, they got something. They extra.
I'm sorry, am I being, jilted in life because I'm not very exciting? Just because
It's not just that. You're basic. You're eternally basic.
When were these the guidelines for heaven? I didn't read about this in any religious text or anything. I thought it was supposed to be you're good and you follow the, the golden rule.
Honey, no. You need to have that spice. You need to be extra. You have to bring it, and your stuff had not been brought in.
I'm sorry, is the whole cosmos and everything just like a stupid reality show? Is that the moral center at the center of the universe? Is just catty, shitty reality television?
Honestly, I can't even listen to this anymore. It's so basic that I'm...
Stacy.
Yeah?
I I'm glad that we have you on board as our improv coach. I wanted to ask you, like, what what your opinion was of this set about time travel.
Well, I would say that, there were some hiccups along the way, which is bound to happen, but really everybody pushed through quite well. If we backtrack to the very first scene,
You're talking about the scene. You're talking about it was the date scene where I was on a date with a girl who couldn't.
Yes.
She kept thinking every movie was about time travel. When
Yes.
It was not.
Yes. Now, if I may say, I loved her character. Yours was a little bit basic, but
So
with time.
you loved what the female improviser
Correct.
control of that scene did.
Girl
you didn't,
power,
you didn't
feminism.
you didn't like what I did. Okay.
Correct.
See, this was
Correct.
a trick question because the set really wasn't about time travel, and you just said it was about time travel. So, like, I don't think you understand what time travel actually is, Stacy.
Okay, well,
Maybe you could name some other improv shows that are
I
about
was
time
just
travel.
gonna say, if you haven't seen the improvised works of Beauty and the Beast, you are missing out. They just grab all of these inanimate objects willy-nilly.
Tagging out Stacy and Michael and everybody. Jen, I read the review about our improv show that the improviser in our group reviewed about our improv show. And
She said it was just about a really cute, timeless, romantic relationship. I think she missed a lot of the point.
yeah. I think she missed a lot of things.
Scene. I think that's look, I made us eat ourselves at the end, so
You did. I was like, is this rehearsal? Or is it not?
I like
I was sitting on that since the first scene.
Thank you, K. Ruby.
Thank you so much, K. Ruby, for your suggestion of future. I hope we did it justice. I think we definitely talked a lot about the future, a lot about what might happen, what might not happen. Who knows? Someday we'll all get to the end of the road and find out we've been too basic to get into heaven. So I don't
Who
know.
knows? Someday we'll all get to the end of the road and find out we've all been too basic to get into heaven.
Wait a minute. It's me from 8 seconds ago.
See what you did there. That was good. That was good.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you to the Blind Tiger Improv long form team. I'm going to remove them now from
Bye-bye.
one by one. We kick them out. And then only I shall be left, and then I will let in the next group. Here we go. Oh my God, how do I get rid of you? Oh my. You need to.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Blind Tiger Improv long form group with Stacy, Jennifer, Shruti, Jonathan, and myself, Michael. I'm very excited to now bring into the room the next members of the Blind Tiger Improv short form team, otherwise known as the First Drafts, as they come in one by one and all appear here on your video screen, on your Twitch screen. Ladies and gentlemen, they can't hear you, but I'm sure they'd appreciate it anyway. Give a round of applause for the First Drafts. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Hi, Brian.
Good.
All right, let's get your cameras going and your mics on. Hello, everybody. So, hello. How's everybody doing tonight?
Great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So, I have been told that that the First Drafts are going to be performing a couple of short form games for you, and I will be getting the suggestions for you. So, once again, you, the people watching on Twitch, if you'd like to share a suggestion for this improv set, use the comment box to the side here on your right. Correct? Yeah, right? You're right? I don't know. If it's flipped, it's flipped. It's probably you're right. Uh, so use that place to type in your suggestions. And for the first game, we're going to explore an intervention, but not a normal intervention. Our friends here are going to be intervening in someone whose life has taken a downward turn over something that's really not a thing most people have to worry about. So for our first suggestion, what I need someone in the comments to do is type in some sort of behavior that's very innocuous, maybe like a hobby that someone has, like stamp collecting or jogging, just a normal everyday hobby that anyone can have. Go ahead and type that into the comments box now. There is a slight delay, so I'm waiting for it. First thing I see is gardening. Gardening will be our suggestion. So this will be an intervention about gardening. And the second couple of suggestions I'm going to need. Now, first, Ref, I didn't ask you this, guys. You all know what parts you're going to play in this game, correct?
Yes, we do.
Great,
Mhm.
fantastic.
Not the first two, yes.
Okay, good. I should have asked you that guy before, but
Okay.
we're here now. Good. Gardening is the first suggestion, and the second suggestion are the different people who are at this intervention. So we got a couple of people here, and they all know the person in different ways. Well, the first person is a pretty close family member. So can you just type in right now an incredibly close family member, any kind of family relation at all? Go ahead and type that into our suggestion box. We'll see that pop up in just a second.
Chloe, you're on mute, by the way.
Great. And what do we got? Do we get anything just yet? No. So the first thing will be just a family relation. No one has typed anything in yet. The second thing will be a more distant family relation. So if you have a more distant family relation that you like to type in as a suggestion, please do. So those are the first two suggestions that we need. And then the next thing I'm going to need is some kind of co-worker. So they're a co-worker, but they work with the person at a particular place. So I want you to type in what that particular place is. And the last thing I'm going to need is just some kind of member of the community in general, just someone who might know the person getting the intervention. So those are the four things we're looking for. I know I gave you people watching a lot. So if you have those suggestions ready, please type them in now. First, no one knows what close family relationships are.
Mike?
Yes.
Feel free to suggest.
I'm going to go right ahead because I think we got third cousin. So one of you is going to be a third cousin. That's great. The second thing is a coworker, so brother. Someone else will be a brother. Perfect.
I'll be a brother. I'll just take a brother.
Great.
That's a brother.
And then we're looking for some kind of coworker, but where are they coworker at? What do they work at to be the coworker with? I guess that was just a bit more of a delay than I thought. So yeah, some kind of coworker. Where do they work? And then the last thing will be what kind of community member, just someone who is in the neighborhood knows them. They work at a spa. Perfect. I love it. So someone is the coworker at the spa with them.
I'll do it.
Great.
Okay.
And the last thing is, just like someone in the neighborhood, someone in the community that maybe might be in a position to give advice, or maybe it's just someone that they all look up to, or just someone that they all know in some way. Waiting on that one. Mailman. Beautiful. I love it. Fantastic. So one of you is the brother, one of you is the third cousin, one of
I'll
you
be
is
the
the
third
spa
cousin.
co-worker, one of you is the mailman, and one of you is an addict to gardening. Whenever you're ready, guys, take it away.
Okay. Brian, I've been your therapist now for 4 years.
Yeah.
I don't think you're making much progress on, the issue that brought you to me. This obsession you have with gardens and gardening.
My progress is amazing. My garden looks beautiful.
No. But I mean,
Vegetables. I've got roses. I've got plants. I've got a greenhouse.
there are other aspects of life. I mean, gardening is just not the be-all and end-all of your existence on this planet.
What else is there?
You spend so much time in your garden, and you spend so much time making it look beautiful, and it is beautiful. And it is a fantastic garden, but it's a testament to the illness that you have.
It's not an illness. Gardening is not an illness. It's to be taken out of the shadows. It's what we all need to do is dig a little deeper into things.
Anything can be an illness if it's taken too far. We've been over this so many times. And what I've done is I've scheduled an intervention. I've scheduled some of your closest people to come and to come and to try to turn you around from every existence that you have. It's just not natural. I have your brother here.
Yeah, but Brian, look. For all these years, I've been finding potted soil in my bed, and you keep telling me that you didn't put it there, and meanwhile you drag dirt all over the house, all over the bedroom, and it's enough. The house is dirty because of you and your gardening. You know, it's enough already. Brother Brett, I just want you to become a man of the earth and feel yourself with the dirt. Not just between under your nails, but everywhere on your body, just so you can feel what it likes to be part of God's good creation instead of just walking on top of it. Well, you know what? I just like to take showers and be clean. I don't want to look like a mess like you. You have to clean yourself up and stop with the dirt. I don't know, Brett. This is a surprise.
Brian, we have others here who also are very concerned about you. And here on a labor of love, we have your third cousin as well, who really cares about you so much and cares about this, kind of bizarre trait you have.
Who? A third cousin?
Brian, it's Karen. Don't you remember? We used to just be so into death. We were making plans. We were going to be funeral directors, and I'm the one that ended up being the big funeral director. And you're just growing the flowers that we throw out. And you're charging me too much, too. You got to cut it out.
But I just want to dig. If you need any extra holes, I can, dig a little bit. I've been born to dig. I just want to dig. And I want to create my garden. And I don't know why you're stopping me.
Death is not the fragrance that you give off anymore. And I'm crushed.
Brian, there's others. There's someone here who really is very, very close to you. Your mailman, Chloe. You have such a great relationship, and she's just been dying to come here and really kind of help you.
Brian, I know we've always been close. I love you. I love your wife. I love your house. I love your baking. I love your pizza. But you need to stop delivering trees to the house. Please pick them up at Home Depot or your local gardening center. Too many trees, and stop digging holes in the yard. Thank you.
But you're supposed to deliver my trees to me, and I plant them in the ground. And by the way, you're taking a shortcut to my garden. You're crushing my begonias. I saw you. I've got you on videotape. So what kind of mailman is that?
A mailman who doesn't want to step through 4, 5, 6 foot holes you've got for the trees, and who buys 12 trees in a week?
He does. What?
Brian, we also, just in case it really might affect you, like in your working environment, and just to show how much of an impact your hobby has on all of everybody else, and how obsessive you are to your coworker from the spa, who's also very concerned about you.
Namaste, Brian. Namaste.
Mama says I gotta dig. That's all I know.
No, namaste. Peace be with you, my brother.
Peace be with you too.
Yes, I agree with you. Gardening is wonderful, but you need to align your chakras and get them poised and in control. And then that will help these other people create a better energy.
What kind of plants are chakras? I thought I knew all the plants around. How do I plant chakras in a row? Will the mailman step on them, or will they not be avoidable?
Well, for $29.95, I could teach you if you come back to the spa.
A chakra?
Yes.
I'm shocked.
You should be.
Chakras. I don't know. Doctor, I don't think this is working at all. They're not helping. They make me feel worse. I have to go
It's a challenge.
Excuse me, Doc. Doc, can I get a word in here?
Yes, you certainly can. I'd like to have everybody make one more comment and suggestion. We've got to help Brian. We've got to help him get over this.
We're still in denial here. You know, nobody even mentioned the fact that he's growing weed outside, and you're just letting that go. You know, I think that it's about time we expose this guy. You know, it's not legal everywhere yet, and he's growing weed.
Why do you think I can concentrate so heavily on one thing and just zone out and be gardening all day long?
I just, you know, I got all the potheads in the neighborhood coming over here all the time trying to grab stuff.
So you're a pothead too now, Bri? Just a disappointment. And by the way, I want 20% off on every floral tribute that comes to my home from your garden. 20%.
Well, we'll have to discuss that later on, because I'm not sure if I can deal with that or not. You're ganging up at me with anyone else. I might just cut you off.
Your mailman also wants to say something about your pot growing.
What?
It's a real pain to deliver packages from Colorado, plants that are alive. So if you could just grow your own pot, that would be, ideal for me.
Those are the starter kits. And you don't have any mind taking a little bit as a tip, Christmas tip, and that 4th of July tip, a little extra in the mailbox for you, a little extra envelope. I don't see you minding about that. And you float right over my begonias after that.
We'd love to be invested more in your pot growing, Brian, but we have to just change your personality, and even your very serene coworker at the spa. They see it. They see what this does to you. They see what gardening does to you.
Yes.
What does to me is being ganged up on by all people I thought who loved and cared about me, and just
listen to your coworker.
I think, Brian, what would really help you is if you brought some of that to work and we tried it together and got serene together.
Okay.
Brian, I want to know, what is your response to all of this? Isn't it clear to you? Isn't it clear to you how much of a burden your gardening is on everybody else?
I just want to dig. I don't know how me being in my garden bothers everyone else. I'm at it everyone's way. My chakras are all in a line. My mailman doesn't seem to mind being delivered special deliveries, but doesn't like to carry trees. My brother, who doesn't like dirt in his bed for I don't know why. And my third cousin, who I haven't seen since, I don't know when, is complaining about me not delivering enough flowers. So I just want to go back and dig, and you're making things a lot worse for me.
You're just in denial.
Denial.
I don't deny.
I give up. Third cousin, is there any call for a therapist in the funeral home there?
No, but I could get you a job that you could dig with, Brian. So I'll give you a shot, okay?
All right.
All right.
Okay, and scene.
Wonderful. It's true. It's true. A lot of people garden in the United States, and it just tears family apart.
The tragedy.
It's just terrible. So also, who called one of my performers in the middle of that set? Make sure your phones are on mute, everybody.
It was his agent. He got a job.
Hey, nice, good, all right. So we are going to move on to the next game. This one is the match game. Will be hosted by Charles. Charles has a series of questions for all of our performers, but we're going to give some interesting attributes to our different players. So for the first person, once again, for this, you will type your suggestions. Bravo, we got bravo in the comments and a couple of little hand clap emojis. Thank you, Tommy Uncle. Thank you, Stacy C. So yes, for this one, once again, type your suggestions into the comments section. I will read them and I will give them to our performers. The first suggestion that I'm looking for is an emotion. Examples of emotions include happy and sad. So pick any emotion at all, type that into the comment box. That'll be the first emotion that we are looking for. So go right ahead right now, type that in. As you're thinking about that and typing that and pressing enter, I'll tell you what the next suggestion that we're looking for is. The next suggestion we're looking for, ecstatic. Ecstatic. A person in a state of ecstasy. That is the first suggestion for the
I'll do it.
emotion. Great. For the second one, I want everyone to think of an animal. You know, dogs, cats, any animal at all. Domestic, wild, any animal. Maybe something you see at the zoo. Type that suggestion of that animal into the comment box right now. Well, any animal that you can think of. Aardvark. Aardvark is the suggestion. Okay. For Stacy, who typed in aardvark, could you give me like maybe like a word of how you might describe what you think an aardvark's personality sort of is? I know it's a weird question to ask somebody online, but if anyone can describe an aardvark's personality, go ahead and type that in right now. The third suggestion we're going to look for is some kind of physical gesture, like, you know, brushing your hair or picking your nose. So type into the suggestion box a physical gesture that, you know, people often have. And Stacy says snarky is how she would describe an aardvark. So whoever the aardvark is, you're going to be a snarky.
Snarky the aardvark.
Snarky the aardvark. I think that's one of Mickey Mouse's failed attempts.
Who's the aardvark?
Hey, Brian.
Brian, who's the aardvark now?
Brian is the aardvark.
Fantastic. The next thing we said, yeah, some kind of physical gesture, like picking your nose or brushing your hair. So anything that you just do, like a physical tick kind of habit that you have, flipping off. The other one is making a heart, and only because maybe there's kids watching. I'm gonna go with making a heart. So Tommy, you're gonna give me the next suggestion, Tommy, because you did give me two good suggestions, but I haven't used any of yours yet. So Tommy Uncle is gonna give the next suggestion. But the one that we just got for a physical tick, that's making a heart. So doing one of these with your hands all the time. Great, Brett's got that. But Tommy, who has been very good on giving us ideas here, you're going to give us another emotion. We got ecstatic before. I want you to think like maybe like what's the furthest from ecstatic you can be, what's like the opposite or totally different, just something that's not ecstatic at all. What is that emotion, Tommy? You're going to tell me right now in the comments, and that's going to be our fourth and final suggestion. So any other emotion that's not ecstasy, what is that, Tommy? Tommy, we're all riding on you. I know there's a delay, and so I know that you're not taking your time. You're just waiting for the sound to come around. We'll see what that is in just a second. Tommy, don't let me down here. You were so good and on the ball with the other ones. Scared. Oh, Tommy, you came through in the pinch. I love it. The final suggestion is scared. So that is the last emotion that we will do. So whoever is scared.
That's Chloe. We'll go real quick and Michelle, what's your attribute?
Ecstasy.
Brian?
Snarky.
Okay. Brett? And Chloe?
Scared.
Okay, let's get started.
Yeah.
It's time to match the stars. It's time to match the stars, everybody. Welcome to Match Game. And as you all know, tuned in before, it's a simple game where a contestant tries to match the answers of our celebrity panelists. And we have one contestant who's vying for some really fabulous and fantastic prizes today. And we have four celebrity panelists who we'll get to know very soon. But first, let's talk to our contestant. Our contestant is Karen from Spokane, Washington.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm from Spokane, Washington, and I worked at the Department of Water and Justice until everybody stopped drinking water and went to the liquor store because of COVID-19 and everybody else died. So I'm out of work and I'm really wanting to win some prizes.
All right, that's fantastic. Well, we'll get you a chance right away, and then we'll go to our first question, actually. So, our first question. Dumb Donnie is so dumb.
How dumb is
How dumb is he?
Dumb is he?
He was left back so many years in first grade, he's the only one in the class who has a blank. Dumb Donnie been left back for so long, he's the only one who has a blank. Now write your responses, celebrities, and let me know when you're ready. Okay. Okay, very good. Our celebrities are ready. Okay, Karen? Dumb Donnie is so dumb. He was left back in first grade for so many years. He's the only one in the class who has a
Report card.
report card. The only one to have a report card, which I would think you'd have a bunch, but anyway. Yes, okay, report card is what we're going with. Okay, so let's go on to our celebrity panel. Michelle, it's great to see you again. How is it? How are things going by you and your career?
They are so wonderful, so wonderful. I couldn't be more happy.
See, that's
Titillating all over.
we love on the show. We love your energy. We love your what's your next performance? Where you're on the road right now, right?
Yeah, I'm on the road, and actually my next guy is going to be kind of like a burlesque show. So I'm very interested. I can't wait to do that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see that. So dumb Donnie is so dumb. He was left back in first grade for how many years? So he's the only kid in class who has what?
A boner!
A boner! No, I'm sorry. That just doesn't match.
I'm sorry.
No, it's just report card and boner just too far afield. But anyway, great answer. Brian, coming to you now.
Yes.
You just headlined in Vegas, right? How did that go?
Oh yeah, it went well. I opened up for Celine Dion, and things were great. I love the audience. They loved me. Everything went fine. It went fine.
What is Celine Dion like, really?
He's a bitch.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big time. Big time. That whole thing is a giant act. Giant act.
You would never know that from her her performances. Wow.
Hey, she lip syncs.
Lip sync.
Oh.
Anyway, well, it's the question. Okay, so Donnie's the only first kid in the class who has a
mistress to go along with the boner.
Yes. Oh, mistresses sometimes have report cards, but no, I'm sorry. That's especially if they're very, very young. But going on and moving on. Sorry, Karen, we're trying here. Going on to Brett. Oh, Brett, thank you so much. How very nice of you. Yeah, I'll kind of do the same, only I really can't do it the same way as you can. It's just, oh yes, perfect. Just, you have your own line of eyeglasses on eyewear coming in, right?
Yes, I do. I'm out of theater altogether. The career was going great, but yeah, it's enough is enough. So I wanted to do something that would benefit people, and that's eyewear.
Okay. Well,
People can see what the hell they're doing, you know?
Well, that's a great transition. Anyway, so Donnie's the only kid in class who has
hairpiece.
Hairpiece. Good answer. But not a match. I'm sorry. Oh no, hairpiece report card. Sorry. Moving on to Chloe. Chloe, how are you? You're looking a little concerned right now. Are you okay?
It's a very terrifying time.
No doubt. It is absolutely terrifying. How are you getting through it?
Shaking uncontrollably mostly.
So how are you doing your
Good for you. Good for you.
how are you doing your musical performances with your sitar in that kind of mode? It's a pretty big instrument to hold up, especially when you're scared.
If you keep time with the music and you're shaking, it works out great.
Ah, I see. So you've channeled your shaking into the ragas that you play. That's a fantastic thing. So, okay, Dumb Donnie is the only one with
A beard.
a beard. Oh, like a beard toupee. Great answers, Hannah, but I'm sorry, Karen, no report card. We'll have to go on to the next question. Okay, question number 2. Geraldine's ex remarried, and she went to the wedding and sat in the front row doing what? Doing blank. Or sat in the front row blanking. Oh, celebrity panel, write your answers. Geraldine's ex remarried, and she went to the wedding, sat in the front row and blanked. Okay, Karen, what is your response?
Crying.
Sat in the front row crying. I think we have a winner there. That's a fantastic answer. Going first to Michelle. Michelle.
Honey, no time for tears. No time for tears.
No time for tears. I can understand that. You're so busy. And sat in the front row. Geraldine sitting in the front row. What?
She was cheering.
Cheering
That he got married again.
Starts with the same letter, but it's not crying, and it's not. I'm so sorry, Karen. Going on to Brian.
I was at the wedding, and let me
You were at the
tell
wedding
you something.
too.
It
Okay.
was quite a sight, exposing herself.
Exposing herself. Okay, well that's not a match either, unfortunately. Crying people, come on, it's a wedding. Everybody cries at a wedding. Brett, with your wonderful heart. That's amazing. I can't wait to see your eyewear to come out. Anyway, okay, so what was Geraldine doing in the front row of her ex's wedding?
Texting her bookie.
Texting her bookie. Okay, I guess someone's been kind of betting on sports lately that aren't existing. But anyway, interesting answer. Just not sure where it came from, but not a match. Chloe, you're Karen's last chance at the prize. Geraldine did what in the front row?
Drinking heavily.
Drinking heavily. Oh my gosh. I could lead to crying, but it's not gonna match.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Karen.
Maybe they'll hire me at the liquor store.
I think so. I think you've had some great answers, and I hope you had a great time. We have some great consolation prizes for you. I hope you enjoyed your time on the show.
It was fun.
And your consolation prize is 5 sessions of improv with Michael Short.
Yay!
That definitely makes up for it.
I didn't what? I didn't agree to this. Okay, I guess that's what the prize is. Oh man, that has been Match Game, and that has been the first drafts. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a note from my producers that something very special is about to happen here, if that is correct. So I'm going to just hand it over to our reporters in the field. Go right ahead with your special plan.
Thank
Oh, you
you.
want to tell them about our special plan?
We
We're
have
doing a
a
one-word story to end it.
happy birthday.
Birthday, Michelle.
Happy birthday.
You guys
Birthday.
are awesome.
Happy birthday, Michelle.
Thank you.
That's all right, everybody. Tomorrow is Michelle's birthday, so
To you.
happy birthday to you.
Call me.
Happy birthday, dear Michelle. Happy birthday to
me.
you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Michelle, I hope you have a great birthday. Fantastic job, everybody. So happy. I'm gonna kick you all out. There we go. Is there a thing? All right. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Here we go. Say goodbye, everybody. Everybody, that has been the first drafts, which is composed of Michelle and Karen and Brian and Charles and Brett and Chloe, and I think I got everybody. That is who you've been watching tonight. I didn't know what to expect. I was just told to introduce those games, and the rest was going to be up to them. I was very excited to see what happened there. We have been Blind Tiger Improv. Thank you so much for sitting down in front of your computers and watching us improvise for you. Everything that you saw tonight completely made up, wasn't scripted at all. It was all brand new, right here on the spot. It was all based off of the things that you typed into that comments box. So if it wasn't for you guys at home, none of this would have made sense. None of this could have happened. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for watching us. Thank you so much for sharing your suggestions. They were so much fun. I enjoyed talking with some of you in the comments box while stuff was going on. Tommy, I love your sense of humor. So again, thank you so much. If you want to learn more about us, we have a website. It's blindtigerimprov.com. Once again, that's blindtigerimprov.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram. We're on Twitter. We just started a YouTube channel last week where we can, put up some of the videos that we make here on Twitch. So check those out as well. And once again, thank you so much. We're doing our best to keep ourselves safe and healthy. We hope that you are too. We very much appreciate you sitting and watching and being our audience tonight. I should have written out maybe an outro, but I'm just talking from the bottom of my heart, which is just simply saying thank you. Hope everybody out there in Twitch land is doing well, taking care of themselves, taking care of their family and loved ones. And we'll see you on the next live improv virtual Twitch stream improv show. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.